when you're doing a book tour, you can obviously tell if you've seen me do anything, you know how much I love the small towns and cities of Atlantic Canada. I think they're the greatest place in the world to bring up a family. I think the sense of community you have here is so special. And so they said, you're going to do a book tour, and you're going to get to go to places much smaller than you could normally do a stand-up show in. And I'm like, this is a dream. So they give me the tour list. They said, we're going to start you off in Newfoundland and Labrador. And my literary agent hands me this list, and I thought he'd accidentally given me his sex shop shopping list. I know you know where this is going, but I did genuinely, this is my actual tour schedule for the first leg of the book tour. My first night of the tour was indeed in Dildo. Second night of the tour was in a place called Spread Eagle. And the third night of the tour was in a place called Come By Chance. I said, I don't mind going there because I'm a gambling man. Had a wonderful time, went to all kinds of places, and then I came back and I toured around Nova Scotia for a bit, and then I flew back to go to a place that you might have been, it actually sounds like a porn star's name, Woody Point. Anyone been to Woody Point? It's a beautiful, beautiful place. Steve Patterson and his wife organise a comedy festival there that is tied into the Writers' Festival. And I'm so excited. I Google Woody Point and it says population 200. I'm like, this is my kind of place. So I fly into Deer Lake Airport, and I've been on the road for weeks. I'm exhausted. The next day we have 3 shows, 2 readings and 1 show. And I fly in, it's 11 at night, and I get out, and there's a taxi waiting for me at Deer Lake Airport. And I come out, and it's a company called Martin's Taxi Service. And I come out, and I'm not excited, but I'm tired. I want to get energy for the next day, at 11 at night. And there's a lovely lady driving by the name of Irene. And I come out, and she's all excited. And she says, oh, yes, it's about an hour drive to Woody Point, but I'm going to take you the scenic route. It's going to take about 2.5 hours. I'm thinking the scenic route, pitch black out, I can't see a thing, it's going to take 2... I didn't say that, obviously, Atlantic Canadian. I went, no. So I get into the car, and Irene's all enthused, right? It's 11 at night. She goes, right, she's going very slow as well, about 30 kilometres an hour. We put into Grossmoor National Park, and she stops the car. She takes a breath, and she goes, this is one of the most beautiful views in Newfoundland and Labrador. Pitch black. I said, I'll use my imagination, shall I? We drove a bit further. We went past some, there was she called it a pond, but it was like a lake, and there was all these cabins on the side of the lake. And we go past these cabins, and she goes, these cabins there, she said, those are the cabins that all the residents of Woody Point go to at the weekends to get away from the hustle and bustle. I said, I must have Googled the wrong place. I said, how many people are in Woody Point? She goes, 200. And I thought, well, I guess it kind of makes sense, right? I live in the Kennebecasis Valley, population 15,000 people, right? 15,000 people. I've lived there 10 years. Do you know how many? I probably know about 10,000 people's names. To smile at, wave at, right? I know about 70, I can't go anywhere without seeing someone I know. I used to live in London, population 9 million people. Do you know how many people I actually knew? Fucking 12. So the smaller the place, the more you need to get away, right? We need the places to go, right? It's like if you live in St. John, you go to the Algonquin, or if you're going to be really naughty and want to get really fucked up, you go to Miramichi. Right? It's like, I don't know, where do you guys go? Like, I guess if you want to go to a swingers party, you go to, like, Hammond's Plains area. And then, like, you know, then the really kind of eyes wide shut shit goes down in Chester. It's where the masks and all that come out, right? Right? When you live in a small city, you've got to have those getaways. So anyway, we're driving along, and again, she's showing me all this stuff, and we finally get into the town. She goes, we're in Woody Point, and it's over 2 hours now. And she said, that's where you're staying, over there. And I'm like, thank God. She goes, I'm just going to take you through the town. Okay, so we go through, and she goes, that's the fire station. We got a fire engine from St. John's last year. It doesn't work. That's the library. We got the internet there last year. Good, right? And she seems to know a lot about Woody Point, right? And she's obsessed with it. And I just said as a joke, right, just to lighten the mood a bit, right? I said, oh, my goodness, Irene, you certainly do know a lot about Woody Point. Why are you, the bloody mayor? And she goes, yes, I am the mayor. Only in Atlantic Canada is the mayor of a town, Mayor Irene Martin, owner of Martin's Taxi Service, the mayor of Woody Point, right? Only Atlantic, is she doing? I'm like, why is she doing the late shift though? She owns the taxi service. Why is she doing? I couldn't figure it out, but then all was revealed. We pulled up outside the Legion, and she goes, "You're going to need to know this. That's where the cheapest beer in town is." I thought, well, I'm glad she got the memo on me. And then I thought, that all makes sense, right? She does the late shift so she can pick up all the drunks and the scoundrels, right? People get in the car hammered, spilling their guts, sharing all their secrets. She sees all kinds of deplorable shit, hears all kinds of secrets, and as people get out of the cab at the end of the night, she says, I didn't see or hear any of that, if I can count on your vote in the next election. So watch out for Mayor Mike Savage's taxi services coming soon to Halifax. And if you like coincidences, and I think you do, it also turned out that Irene Martin's sister, Cindy, lives in Rossay, New Brunswick, where I live, down the road from me, right? Bit of a coincidence, not a big one. I know you're thinking, it's got to be better than that. It is. She works at the St. John Regional Hospital with the sister of the Trinidadian nurse that delivered me in England in 1978. True story, right? Absolute true story. And if you like stories like that, available on all good toilets.